Mother Christophora is the abbess of the Monastery of the Transfiguration in Ellwood City, Pennsylvania. She's been abbess there for over 30 years. I was really glad for the opportunity to interview a monastic abbess, and I'm really grateful to Mother Christophora for her generosity. So I hope you'll enjoy this episode from my interview with Mother Christophora.
If you enter the Orthodox Church, of course you'll be struck by many things. You might notice that those who are serving the service, who are in the holy altar area, are the men. Either the priest, perhaps a deacon with him, perhaps even a bishop that Sunday that you go to the church. Altar boys, or readers, or maybe the cantors at the kleros. You see, what is this? The men seem to do everything in the church. But I would like to call your attention to a few other things that you might miss. First of all, if you travel pretty much anywhere in the Orthodox world, either in this country, an Orthodox church or monastery, or across over the seas, to a monastery or a church, a great cathedral, or a small country parish, and observe where the most candles are burning at any particular time. Probably you'll find that the most candles burn in front of the icon of the Mother of God, the Theotokos icon. She is the one who is the mother of the church. She's the mother of us all. As we know, when Christ was dying on the cross, he said to the beloved Apostle John, "Behold your mother," and to his mother, "Behold your child." But at this point, he gives all of us to her care. And how much people really respond to that, or go into an Orthodox home, again, in this country or anywhere in the world, and you'll probably see an icon of the Theotokos, perhaps a prominent one, and you'll see where the love flows to and from, where many people feel that she understands us, because obviously she's a human being, and she's a woman. And in many ways, women have this gift from God to be understanding, to be sensitive. It's a gift that we have from God. It's a part of the gender, part of God's plan, because he, as you know, he created the male and female. And the certain characteristics of male and certain characteristics of female, of course, they're not restricted by some great kind of line. There's a blending always, and in each of us there should be a blending of these virtues and characteristics. But the woman has great gift from God. She has a great spiritual gift from God. One elder in Greece said that a woman is the one who bears child, who with God brings new life into the world. She's a co-creator with God, and she has a very great spiritual sense. God has given to women a great spiritual sense. We've sometimes called it other things in America and in English language, but there is a gift there. There's a sensitivity and intuition that women have. So there, you see, and another thing, if you're willing to take this journey with me, this mental journey, or make this experiment yourself. Again, enter a church in this country, a big church, a small church, a city church, a country church, or go overseas, and count, or just take a mental kind of photograph. Do you see in that church at any service, at any one time, do you see more men or more women? Well, probably you see more women. You could pretty well, if you're going to wager a bet, do it in that way, and more likely that you'll be correct. Our churches usually have women attending, women doing most of the tasks around the church. Now, do we see that as some kind of degradation, some demeaning of the female? I don't think so. I don't think so. Christ accepted women. He loved them. He went. He talked to the Samaritan woman, the Canaanite woman, the woman with the issue of blood. He was totally available, and in his culture, in his time, that was not always acceptable behavior. And so in the church, he waits for each of us. He plants the seed of his image in us. He created us, male and female, but each of us in his image and likeness. So, can a woman progress in the spiritual life? Is it only the men? Because the men, they seem, they're the ones who get ordained and they're the ones who serve the liturgy. Does that mean the women can only go so far and that's it? I don't think so. Women can be saints. Women must be saints. Women are saints. And we, in America, we women, have a very high calling precisely to become saints. That's what this nation needs. What does it need more than a saint? Does it need another physician? Well, perhaps. There's always people needing medical help, but we have a lot of very talented people, very educated people, become good doctors and nurses. Do we need another teacher? Do we need another social worker? Do we need another politician? There's always somebody, but what will strengthen this nation? What will strengthen the church in this nation? But women saints, more of us becoming, taking our calling seriously, to become more and more like God, and to become closer to God, and to know Him, and to be doing His will. So all of these things, we have tremendous opportunity as women, and there are no barriers to that. Also, visit a women's monastery, women's Orthodox monastery. And it's fantastic in the sense that clearly this is a matriarchal society. This is women living with women, putting up with women, and doing everything that's asked. So the whole monastic community, the whole monastery, the women's monastery, is very much in the hands of the nuns. There's no men who come here who tell us how to live our lives. We have the blessing of our bishop. We have his prayers, and we have his watchful eye. And I'm sure if there's anything inappropriate, he would come in and make correction of that. But he's not here to make decisions for us or to set down any rules beyond what the church itself gives us. We have priests who come. Priests love to come and serve in monasteries, in women's monasteries, especially retired priests. We've had quite a happy history of having retired priests serving here. Well, why? Well, it's a very good opportunity for them because they no longer have the responsibility of a parish, but they still like to serve. If God gives them continued health, they enjoy serving. They want to serve, but they can come serve the liturgy, enjoy some fellowship with the nuns or with our guest. But they don't have to worry about who's making the prospera, who's going to light the censer, or who's going to be there for us. And in a women's monastery, we don't have altar boys or subdeacons. We have nuns who serve in the altar. That might be interesting to you. It was to me. I was raised in the Orthodox Church, and as a little girl, we understood very well that girls don't go in the altar. So I was about 25 when I first visited the monastery, and I have to say, when I saw a nun coming out of the altar, my heart skipped a beat. I thought, oh my goodness, what's going on? But then, of course, I realized that would be necessary. It's very practical. The church is very practical. So in a women's monastery, if someone's going in there to help the priest by lighting the censer or handing him things or boiling the water or cleaning or whatever, that's done by the nuns. Not without a blessing. Not any nun can go in the altar. We keep that a very respected place. Not any man can go in the altar. They have to go, only those who have need to go in the altar. So it's not some place we kind of go to hang out or just prove the point that women can go there. But it's a special obedience in the monastery, a blessing. The blessing of the abbess says that this nun or this nun will serve in the altar, and is taught how to do that, and has to do that respectfully, and so all of these things. And of course, in a women's monastery, we do all of the reading and the chanting, as in many of our parishes, we have that opportunity. So again, the life of a woman in the church is the ultimate fullness. I mean, even a mother. Look at a mother of a family raising children. First of all, to bear children. That God asks you to give birth to his children, and then to raise them. You have every moment for, I don't know, 15, 20 years where you, the mother is the priest at home, the priest to that child. She's giving total spiritual guidance, upbringing, emotional, physical, educational, but also spiritual. So your prayer life, your intimate relationship with God is passed on to your children. You're praying for them. You're their total connection with God. They're too young to speak. They're too young to say their prayers. They're even too young to make the sign of the cross. We love watching children make the sign of the cross when they're 1 or 2 years old. They sort of hit their head or tap their chest with their fingers. They know there's something there to do, but slowly the mother takes the hand of the child and shows how to hold the 3 fingers, and how to put 2 down, and then to touch the forehead and the heart, the chest, and then each shoulder, and teaching little by little this child to come to God, or how to kiss the icon, or how to receive Holy Communion, to be respectful when they go to the chalice. So this is a fantastic role in the church, to be a mother. It's like the ultimate. I mean, you might think as an abbess I have great authority, or great spiritual authority. I only have as much as that sister will allow me to have in her life. But the mother of a family is to an infant, to a baby. Everything that they receive is coming through you, through your hand, through your breath, through your prayers. This is the greatest thing. So you're not only becoming a saint yourself, but you're also raising up saints for the church. You're raising up perhaps priests for the church, or even a bishop, or even monks and nuns, or singers. This is a wonderful gift and a wonderful task that God asks us to do as women.
Hi again. I hope you enjoyed this episode from my interview with Mother Christophora. Please subscribe to get notified when new videos become available, which happens every Friday. And also, if you would, please leave a comment in the comment section below, letting me know what you thought of this video. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next Friday.